Okay, I just reviewed the last video and I realized I started to say something that I didn't get to. And I got kind of more focused on the underlying reality that we're moving into. But it appears to me that our species of consciousness is kind of at a fork in the road. And there's a concerted effort to direct our consciousness more into a synthetic AI meta Borg-ish reality. There's a strong movement among those who have been running this show, more or less, toward that. A technocratic dystopia that they basically control and we're wired in to as part of the ever increasing Internet of Things. Yeah. And we'll own nothing and they'll be happy. At least in their movie, that's how they see it. Something like that. On the other hand, there's something else emerging within and among us, which has a whole different feel and vision version of our future. In my vision version of our future, we're awakening together. And that means both seeing the technocratic, superimposed, synthetic reality they're trying to shove down our throats and make appetizing in various ways by, I guess, advertising methods. Both seeing it for what it is and what it's not, and also seeing a whole different way of us being humans here together. Most of us, I would guess, a large number of us have a sense of, boy, this world could sure work a lot better if we would cooperate and collaborate instead of blowing each other up and a very few people making huge profits from that kind of thing. If we would get along and recognize that we're all in it together and uh, extricate our consciousness from all the divisive um, polarizations that we've been seduced into perceiving makes us different from others, them, the rest of them, the bad guys, or the unwashed masses, or there's so many labels that have been used for different wars and different conflicts and different divisions. But the playbook has been the same. Separate us from each other, cause us to mistrust, distrust, feel frightened by one another. And it's possible that we can begin to more and more see through this as these universal the energies of the innate self-organized coherence and harmonies that are existent on a universal level and are emerging here on Earth in our consciousness, in us, around us, between us, among us. Again and again and again, we have to get out of that mind, the mind of the progressive totalitarian control grid, and just recognize our embeddedness not in that, but rather in the natural world, in nature. Nature, which provides, which is the evidence of providence, nature, which provides everything that we need for us and always has. We've just kind of gotten out of touch. So reconnecting with our connectedness with source, that still, silent, open space, which is where we receive guidance, direction, wisdom, soothing energies, sense of connectedness, sense of engagement and playfulness. Our connection with source, our connection with each other, our connection with nature, our connection with this universe. Our connection with our silent intelligence, which is the source of our inspiration and the direction of our aspirations. Because in our hearts, each of us, it's true, each of us wants a world that works for all of us, where we can be reasonably content in relationships that are reasonably harmonious and mutually beneficial, where we can have a world that where we encourage one another to discover and fully express our unique individual gifts, strengths, and talents. This is the world I'm headed toward. I don't know about you, but it just seems a lot more enjoyable than the transhumanist Borg world that uh, they seem to be in a great hurry to ensnare our bodies and minds into. I wholly invite you to join me if you're interested, if this appeals to you. Thank you.